श्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पतान शृण्वन्नोतिभिस्सीदसादनम् ॐ श्रीमहागणपतये नमः। सरस्वत्यै नमो नित्यं भद्रकाल्यै नमो नमः। वेद वेदांत वेदांग विद्यास्थानेभ्यैव च सदा शिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः। स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः। नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। Hari Om, Hari Om. We'll chant the first mantra. Please repeat after me. Tadetat satyam yatha sudiptat pavakat vispulingaha sahasrashah prabhavante sarupaha तथाक्षराद् विविधा सौम्य भावा प्रजायन्ते तत्र चैवाप्यन्ति। दिव्यो यमूर्तः पुरुषः स बाह्याभ्यन्तरो यजः अप्राणो यमनः शुभ्रः यक्षरात् परतः परः। दिव्यो यमूर्तः पुरुषः स बाह्याभ्यन्तरो यजः अप्राणो यमनः शुभ्रः अप्राणो यमनः शुभ्रः यक्षरात् परतः परः यक्षरात् परतः परः. We had seen that this Upanishad had promised to tell about Paravidya. And Paravidya is that knowing which everything else is known. And before the introduction to Paravidya, Aparavidya was told in the second section of the first Mundaka. Now, from the second Mundaka, the description of Paravidya will be there. When I say Paravidya, it means that knowledge about that which is the cause of all world, or knowledge about that knowing which everything is known, because that cause is shapeless, that cause is unchanging, and that cause is consciousness, and that cause is the truth. So when it is said that Paravidya Jnana, then it means what is the truth behind all that thing. What is that one truth which is the cause of all the name and form here, or which will take away all sorrows forever. Because that knowledge which does not take away all the sorrows, that Upanishad has no value for that. It is as good as not knowing it. If you know so much and after knowing sadness remains, then it was unnecessarily I worked hard to get that knowledge. Better if I had not known. During that time I would have eaten something. So Paravidya is that which is the cause of all. Number two, the effects on that cause are mithya, because it is the consciousness cause. And number three, which takes away all sorrows, because it is going to reveal something which I will never lose, or it is that knowledge which is about the limitlessness of my own self. Me, it is the knowledge about me essentially. When I say cause of the world, we feel cause was there millions of years back, their world was there, and then there was some cause of the world. And from that cause, this world has come out. So I am keeping myself safe from all that. And here Upanishad is now, after you saying that you are the one, I am talking about you. Everybody is interested about himself a lot. So I am talking about you mainly, your essential most nature, not your superficial nature which you decorate through your education. I am talking about the essential nature. And that understood in Paravidya. So from the point of view of cause, from the point of view of truth, from the point of view of consciousness, and from the point of view of me. Me, what I say, I, that is, I'll describe about that. Because all sorrows are there only. So we want to sort out that matter. So this section is started by introducing the Tatastha and the Swarup Lakshana. Tad abhinne sati bodhakatvam Swarup Lakshanam, and tad bhinne sati bodhakatvam Tatastha Lakshana. One definition of tad abhinne sati bodhakatvam. You are indicating that by that. You are not using something else to indicate that. That is called, yesterday I gave relative definition. Definition through some relation. Tad abhinne sati bodhakatvam, that is Swarup Lakshana, and tad relational definition. And tad abhinne sati bodhakatvam, I will tell you that by that only. That is called essential definition. Yesterday, you had heard about that, if you remember. So, and the first mantra which you heard, first mantra, tadetat satyam yatha pavakat, sudiptat pavakat, etc., that was using the world to indicate the self and using the causeness of the world, using the causeness. So, Karan Brahma. So this is called Adhyarop and Apavad. Adhyarop means what? You superimpose something to tell about that, and later you take it away. What you have superimposed, that is called Apavad. Like supposing you are going to fetch somebody from the airport and you see that tall person who has a hat, he always puts on a hat. He has a hat all the time and his hat is blue most of the time. So if you see a tall person with a blue hat, with a pan in his mouth, so this person is Mr. Chaudhary. You have to tall person, hat, blue hat and red pan, and some pan is trickling down his lips. So such a person, if you don't know, you go and ask him, and he is Mr. Chaudhary. His name is MBSTPY Chaudhary. And now he went and he said, Mr. Chaudhary, you are? He said, I'm Mr. Chaudhary. Oh, I have to fetch you also. Now when he will remember, now he got acquainted with that. Mr. Chaudhary, you went to fetch. After getting the acquaintance of Mr. Chaudhary, when you think, you will not think that Mr. Chaudhary who has a hat, you remove and that also you think. And supposing he goes in his room and you have to give him a cup of coffee and he has taken out his hat or he has no pan, then you don't say, I don't recognize you because you have no hat. So after that you do aparadh. So it was just you superimpose something to know and after that you negated it. That is called adhyarop and apavad. So Jagat Karanat is superimposed and after that it is taken out. It is apavad means it has been negated. Very common word. Adhyarop apavadabhyam nishprapancham prapanchate. This is one line, famous line. Adhyarop by superimposition and by desuperimposition. By desuperimposition. Apvad. Like what? Like, you superimpose that you are now Dvij, you have taken Yajñopavit. You are now Yajñopavit Dhari. You have put in Janu now. This is Adhyarop. When sannyas is given, that is cut. So that is apavad, that has been taken out. So you are now without the Janu. So on that consciousness, the causeness of the world was superimposed in the first mantra. And in the second mantra, they took it away. Second mantra took it away. So in the first mantra was through the Tatastha Lakshan, and the second mantra is through the Swarup Lakshan. No mention of any world is there in the second mantra, and which is very important mantra. You have to take it, if possible, try to by heart it. Divyo Yamurti, especially the young people, those who are in 20s and 30s, for them there is no option but to by heart. And if you are in 40s and 50s, so you have an option. So still you can by heart, But those who are in 20s and 30s, their neurons are quite active in the brain, so they can still by heart. This is what I feel. Divyo yamurta purusha sabhayabhyantaro yajaha aprano yamanashubra yaksharat parataf para. बस हो गया बाय हार्ट, सिंपल है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. अब लेट्स कम टू दिस पर्टिकुलर मंत्र. Remember that Brahman has two versions. One version is Karanam Brahma at the time of Adhyaropan, and other Brahman is called Akaranam Brahma. So one is Maya Sahit Brahma, other is Maya Rahit Brahma. In the first mantra, Maya Sahit Brahman is there, which is called Sopadik Brahma or Vyavharik Ishwar. And in the second mantra, Maya Rahit Brahma is there, Nirupadik mantra is there. Nirupadik Ishwar or Maya or Paramarthik Ishwar. All are, I am giving 1-2 words. Maya Sahit Brahman is in the first mantra. It is called Sopadik. Upadi, the Brahman with the conditioning, or Vyavharik Ishwar. And in the second mantra, Maya Rahit Brahman, it is Nirupadik and Paramarthik. Let's move ahead. So, we will now see. So, there are 9 words which are used to indicate this Brahman. There are 9 adjectives. One is Divyaha, other is Amurtaha, third is Purushaha, fourth is Sabhayabhyantaraha, fifth is Ajaha, sixth is Apranaha, sixth is Amanaha, seventh is Shubhraha, and Aksharat Paratah Paraha. Eighth is it is Aksharat Paratah. It is superior than the Sagun Brahma. Aksharat here means Sagun Brahma or Sopadik Ishwar. Paratah is adjective of Aksharat. It is Paraha. Para means superior. It is Paraha. It is Nirgun Brahma. So 8 is there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. 9. 4. 5 plus 4, 9 is there. 9 is there, no? So, we'll go one by one. Please note, you don't see any mention of the word except in the last word. So, we'll go and you have to keep your mind alert. Today, we can't have a long class because meeting is there. Following it? Go? Following? Okay. So first is called Divyaha. Clear now? This is Swarup Lakshan, Abhedananda here, and Nirupadik. And first was that fire and the sparks was there. Now the fire is not there here. No fire, no spark, no causeness is superimposed of the world. Try to get these points because this will be needed off and on. What is the Divya? So, Bhashyakar, or let me see what Bhashyakar says. Dyotanvan Swayam Jyotishtvat. So, what is called self-effulgent is called Divya. Diviva Swatmani Bhava Alaukiko. Wow. Now I'll come to the things which I had talked in Gita class. And very common D1, D2, D3. So we have to bring that again into picture. D1, D2, D3. Well, what is D1? If anything is seen, it is seen in a light. This was D1. And therefore the light is different than the object which is seen. Like you are seeing the book. So there is a light which is illuminating the book, and light is not the book. The light is not the book. You go out and you see plants. So those plants, the trees, they are seen in sunlight. If something is seen, it is always seen in the light. And the light is different than what it is seen. If you are seeing the plant, so sunlight is not plant. Sunlight illuminator will always be different than illumined. Illuminator will always be different than the illumined. Like this light is different than your copy and book. Light is not book. Life is not copy. Light is not copy. This is D1. Principles are there. I am explaining Divya, wait. Second D2. D2 is not ditto. I am saying D2. So D2 is that if any light is illuminating an object, the light which is illuminating should be more pervasive than what is illumined. Otherwise, it won't be illumined properly. If only a part of the light falls on the book, so there will be patches where the light won't be there. And therefore you can't see it properly. Huh? Yes. Like your ears are there. So there is ear light also. So my words are falling on your ear. And the light coming from your ear is illuminating the words. And supposing you hear less, it won't illuminate properly. Supposing I say, when we go out, we will have something to eat. And supposing you are hard of hearing, so this light is not illuminating properly. So you will hear, when we go out, then we will hear. So there is an ambiguity because that ear light has not illumined properly. Then you will ask, what? Say again. I didn't get. Sometime in the phone this happens. He says and you don't hear properly. You say, what? Please say loudly or once more. Please say again. So if something is not pervading the illuminator, if it is not pervading the illumined, then illumined will not be clearly illumined. Pervading means it should be bigger than that. The light which is falling on the book should be more pervasive than the book or your copy or the words. Light should be more pervasive than the lit. This is D2. In our Gita camp, very frequently I was using this principle. Very, very frequently. And I told in the beginning I will be using this. And they did not believe. So, but the high frequency of that was used in explanation. Something you have to discover, unless you internalize and discover these thoughts, you will not be able to get to the essence of that. This is the second point. Third point is difficult. Third point will be little bouncer. And you have to catch it. Third point is that. What? That. Third point is that whatever is illumined will always be of a shape. Anything which is illumined will always have a shape. And therefore, illuminator should not have a shape. Because if illuminator has a shape, so how did you know it is a shape unless that illuminator will be illumined by some other light otherwise? And that other light should be more pervasive than that light. And therefore, ultimate illuminator should not have a shape. And therefore, Therefore, that ultimate illuminator should be limitless. It should not be localized. I hope this point is not clear. Clear? You have to think in your room what work is there whole day. Oh my God, so much work is there. So much work is there. I'm running from here to here. I've lost weight. From hall to kitchen, from kitchen to room, from room to temple, from temple to hall to temple. So much work is there, this work, that work. I'm just afraid if I realize God or self, how will I go home? I may not recognize everybody because I have started seeing Brahman everywhere now. I'll go and tell to my wife कि हम भी ब्रह्म, तुम भी ब्रह्म, बच्चे भी ब्रह्म, सब ब्रह्म है. These D1, D2 and D3. These three principles are my favorite. To come to the point. चिंता मत करो आप किसी बात की. This is the lifestyle in the ashram. Neither too loose, not too tight. So that you don't have time to think about something else other than the God. You have no other time. Otherwise, whole day watching news, this, that TV, standing here, there, gossiping. Here, if somebody calls, he said, "Don't call, I have another work. I'll talk to you later." I'm quite busy here. Don't call me. I have to submit the notes. I like no time right now. Please excuse me. He also says, "Okay, come fast." So these three principles are there. But where is it? Please see my point now. I said, like this outer light is pervading the book, you can very easily understand that this light is pervading the book. Or outside sunlight is pervading the temple, or pervading the leaves, or pervading the flower, and you say it is more pervasive. Now I'll take your attention to your inside light. Inside light is also there. You think of sugar cane in your mind. So sugar cane is pervaded by a light inside. The light in which inside sugar cane is seen. Inside. The light in which inside, supposing I see sun. So the light in which inside sun is seen. I want to take your attention there. Got my point? Inside your mind, you are seeing, supposing lotus. Not Lotus FM, just lotus. And inside your light, in your mind, you are seeing, what is it called? Hibiscus flower. Hibiscus flower. Red one. Or you are seeing chrysanthemum. This is chrysanthemum. Or you are seeing, say, Bhagwan Ram. Inside your mind with his long hairs and with his bow and arrows. Or you are seeing your own body inside your mind. Now I have a question. In which light all these things are seen? When lotus came and lotus went away, did the light go or it was there only? It is there only. After the lotus, the sugar cane came. That also came and went away. But the light is same. Remember that? After that, hibiscus came. Then hibiscus came and went away. But the light is same. So in that light in which all are seen inside, Is this light with shape or without shape? Now that light, that is mentioned as Divya here. And what is my mistake? Tell me what is my mistake. I think outer light is different and that inside light is different. Aha. Wah, 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 wah. Outer light, what you are seeing, unless this light mixes with that light, won't see this also. What is sleeping? Sleeping means the eyes, the rays from my eyes are not, my consciousness which is through the eyes is not mixing with this light. Unless the light from the consciousness mixes with the outer light, you won't have any perception. Even to see sun, so the light, the sunlight should be mixed with my light of consciousness, then only you can see. Any knowledge, unless this light pervades that, it won't have any perception. And therefore, this is called, and to know this light, you don't need any other light. And therefore, this is called Divya or self-effulgent. It is by itself only. There is no cause for this light. Bolu, I did not understand. You understood that you did not understand. So how can you say you did not understand? So, to not understand, you have to have a light that understands that I did not understand. Only this will go mad. So, अच्छा आप हमको बताओ. I am seeing this flower. So what happened? The light from here has come on this, and then in the retina, the shape of the flower is formed as per the physics. All the shapes are formed on the retina actually, and then only you see that. That means you are always seeing a reflection. Yeah, no? This is a common sense that light falls and then you see like that. And supposing I am sleeping or I am about to sleep. When I am about to sleep, and sometimes eyes are open, like that. Hey! Hey! Get up! Get up! Then he starts moving. The eyeballs are not moving, totally still. And sometimes some are quite wide open, some are only very narrowly open, like this. But you can see that. You can see his eyeball. That much is open. Some are totally closed. Depends on different eyes. You don't know. Your video of sleeping should be taken, audio visual, and then shown. And then you will know how much my eyes are open, how much my mouth is open, and how much sound is there. Like that. अपना देखना चाहिए एक आध बार. But I am saying, I am asking the question, even though light is open, eyes are open, and the light from the bulb is falling on this flower and going in your eyes, still you are not seeing, because the light of consciousness which is to come from the eyes is not mixing in this outside light, and therefore you have no knowledge about the flower. Moment you start getting up and you have woken up, so this light of consciousness starts coming out from your light, and with this sunlight or electric light it mixes, and then only clear-cut image is known. Otherwise the image on the retina is not formed. And therefore you don't know it. I hope you followed. And therefore, any knowledge, it has to have light of consciousness mixing it with. I hope you got my point. It can be my knowledge through my ears, it can be through my nose, it can be through my tongue. If somebody is sleeping, supposing, mouth is open, and you take one gulab jamun or half gulab jamun, because mouth is not that wide. So, or depending on the mouth, you can see the size of gulab jamun, and you put it in his mouth. You put it in his mouth, and you see how it goes. So, for some time, that gulab jamun will be there. For some time, it will be lying there only. And in between, it is possible that he is also. But while the gulab jamun is in the mouth, he will not know the taste. Why? Because the tongue jyoti is not there. The rays of consciousness emanating from the tongue are absent. I hope you are understanding. Will I have understood all examples, please? Don't remind me of gulab jamun, all this. I get distracted. Now I'm just giving the example. And you will not know. Maybe slowly it has gone inside also. And he ate in. And he ate. In between, he gulped slowly. And morning, when he gets up, you ask him, hello, how was that? Well, what? No, but I had put gulab jamun in your mouth. I don't know. How's the taste? I don't know, I didn't eat. No, you ate, but you didn't know the taste. No, I didn't know the taste. Why? Because the tongue jyoti was not there. Netra jyoti, karna jyoti, tongue jyoti, nose jyoti, and if you touch also, there is no skin jyoti. So one consciousness light is emanating from all directions. And therefore, you are knowing something. My point is, unless this illuminator pervades any element, you won't have any knowledge. And therefore, this illuminator should not be having a shape. And this is mentioned by the word divyaha. And this, therefore, Bhashka writes, Divi va swatmani bhava alaukiko va. Alaukik means it is not belonging to this world. Means it is not known by any praman. Only this word I heard praman somewhere. There were 6 praman, if you remember. Well, if we 6 people will tell one. No. One has to tell. One has to tell. All 6. Okay, don't worry. One was pratyaksh praman. English was direct perception. Second was anuman praman. Anuman means inference. I infer. Like I see fire, smoke, I see the fire must be there. Third was arthapatti. Very good. What is the English one? Presumption. Presumption is there. That is called arthapatti. It is wet in the morning. All around, I conclude it must have rained. Seeing the effect. Then one was anuplabdhi. Absence was a pramana. You saw that there is no car in the car park. You infer there is no satsang, I think. Or you came here and see no shoes are there. That also gives the knowledge. Satsang is not there. No shoes are. Because everybody first he comes and sees the shoes. Instead of Ishwar darshan, he has shoes darshan. In the yajna, first they see the shoes, some count also how many people are there. So, ऐसा दिमाग है, क्या करें? अर्थापत्ति इसको कहते हैं. Absence. 4 हो गया. Upman, comparison was there, praman. Upman, praman. 5 हो गया. And last was Shabd Praman. And in Shabd, Laukik Shabd was there and Vedic Shabd was there. Vedic Shabd were there. Six praman, you have to keep this. Atma is not known by any praman. Why? Because it is illuminating the praman. How can the illuminator be the illumined? Pramata cha prameyam cha pramanas pramitistata yasya prasadat siddhete. Those who are proved, tat siddhau kim apekshate. They are proved by all these praman. All these praman are proved by that self only. How can the praman prove the self? And therefore, this is called alaukik. Alaukik is not a mysterious word. बोले अलौकिक कुछ स्वर्ग में होगा. अलौकिक means which is not proved by any worldly praman. Divyah. Divyah. This is going on, Nirupadik Brahma. Swarup Lakshan of Brahman is going on. Don't think what's going on. क्या चल क्या रहा है? आओ अपरा विद्या, परा विद्या. Not opera vidya, it is apara vidya. Opera is different thing. This is apara vidya. Because if you don't know Sanskrit, etc., you don't know what the person will think. Only that knowledge which is in the opera's dances. So that is the apara vidya. In the opera dances, this knowledge is given, and therefore it is called opera vidya. It is not opera vidya, it is apara vidya. Well, you are very funny at times. So this is divya. This is called divya. Two ways I saw divya. One way I saw, which is self-effulgent, that D3, which is not having a shape. And second way we saw that it is not known by any means of knowledge. And there were 6 praman. Praman means of knowledge. There were 6 means of knowledge, and this is not known by any of the means of knowledge. But it is the one which is illuminating all the means. Don't think we cannot know it. We are knowing it. So pramata cha, prameyam cha, pramanas pramitistata, yasya prasadat siddhete, tasmin siddho kim apekshate. All these praman, pramey, pramata are known by the grace of that. How can the bulb know the battery? Like that is there. How can the object know the eyes? This is the meaning of divya jyotishtvat, self-effulgent. And if you are careful, you know what will happen? You will go to meditation. It is not something in the 7th heaven. It is about me. It is about me. And second word is amurtaha. Well, it is ha. Ha is he is there. He. He plus amurta. Sandhi rule is there. Iko yanachi. There is one sandhi called iko yanachi. E converts into ya. And therefore it is called yamurtaha. Amurtaha. Amurtaha means it is not having a shape. Amurtaha. Shapeless. I told you it will be shapeless. Illuminator D3. D3 will be shapeless only. This is what we had seen earlier. It is called amurta, sarmurti, varjitaha. This is the second word, amurta. It is the corollary of the first word only. If anything is self-effulgent, it cannot be samurti. Why? Because it will need a space then. If anything has a shape and then it needs a space to illuminate itself. So shapeless will be only amurta. It doesn't have a boundary line. Because to have a boundary line, you have to have something in its space only. And if something is in space, there should be another one who sees that. Then only it is certified. This is there. This is not self-effulgent. Because it is needing eyes, etc. to see it. Body is not self-effulgent. So this is called amurtaha. Third word, purushaha. Purusha word earlier also had come. Where it had come, you can see that later on. My time is not there. Purush word is very frequently comes. And here the Purush has 2 meanings. 2 meanings were there. Batao. Purnatvat, one is pervades all, other is Puri Shainat, one who is sleeping in the city. Sleeping means it is inactive seer. And one Purnatvat, which is pervading the whole world. So that is from Ishwar angle, and this is for illuminator has to be pervading. Right? Are bhai, supposing you see the whole cause, you scan your eyes on the space like that, and you see, oh my God, very bright sun is there today. Oh, wow, sky is shining. Now you tell me, from that, all the sky, is it not that light is formed in your retina? And if it is formed in your retina, is it not that from your side also the consciousness should have been mixed, and therefore you have to be complete? You alone are everywhere. That is called Purna. And Puri Shainat means one who is in this city, in this Puri called city, called body is called as city, because Jeev comes and goes. Therefore it is called city. Navadvare Pure Devi, Nayukuranna Karyan. And therefore, in this Puri, Shainat, that means it is inactive consciousness. It is not doing anything. Therefore, two meanings are there of the word Purush. This may be asked in the test. So, what? Nothing. So, so this is called Purush. Well, my heart beats is increasing now. So this is called Divyo Yamurtaha Purushaha. ठीक है ना? It is talking about me, not some consciousness, some Brahman, some Atma. वही कोई आत्मा के बारे में बात हो रही है. वो किसी ब्रह्मन के बारे में, बहुत पुराना ब्रह्म है, उसके बारे में बात कर रहे हैं स्वामी जी. अरे पुराना ब्रह्म नहीं है, आपके बारे में बात हो रही है. Don't study objectively. My time is over. We have a meeting today. So the trustee meeting is there. So I thought I'll complete this. We'll see it tomorrow. Please catch up with your notes, etc. And relax in knowledge. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Guru Pyo Namah. Hari Om.
सर्वेश्वरा मां पाहि प्रभु मां पाहि विभो मां पाहि प्रभु हर 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 हराय नमो शिव 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 शिवाय